Welcome back to the Cyclops, and we're working on.
Hello, boys and girls out there in YouTube land. This is Clay of Major Disappointment Models, and this is the X Plus Cyclops. And this kit, I sent one to Chris as a Christmas present, Chris Cortell of Classic Plastic 101, and I saved one for myself. I wanted to see how Chris would do it. There's several models that him and I had the same kits, and or sometimes he'd start on one kit, and I'd buy him the corresponding kit to it, and I'd have those kits, and I wanted to see his take on it. So, well, without further ado, let's show you my version of Chris Cortell's Cyclops. So the biggest problem I had was on this nameplate here. I tried to fill it with gold after I had done the kind of wood look to it, but it didn't work out good. So I had to strip some of the top off of it and redo it. The groundwork, it's still a little pinkish to me, but I kind of like it. So when I got this from Mike Cortell after Chris passed, Chris had the Cyclops basically put together. He had painted the mouth before he stuck it in. It's in one of his videos. And then he had silly puttied over it. And I thought it was tape. It was so smooth. But it was silly puttied. And all I did was go back around. I rewatched his videos to see what colors he painted the torso and the fur. And basically I had to go back in around and touch up places where the red oxide primer was still showing. Once I got that done, I actually peeled what I thought was going to be tape, but it was silly putty out of the mouth, and it was stuck everywhere, but I got it done. I then painted the hoofs kind of gray and kind of weathered them a little bit, did the horn and the nails. And Chris likes to say that there's nothing white in nature. So we use a lot of off-white, antique white, parchment white, that kind of stuff. And then dirty it up with a wash of some of the craft black, thin it way down and wash it, put some browns in there. Same with the nails, did the same thing. That's pretty much what we did on I did on the Cyclops. I think I got the eye kind of right. A lot of people might claim that it looks cartoonish, but if you look in the instructions, it's supposed to look cartoonish, because if you look, sorry for the bouncing folks, if you watch the movie, he had a kind of cartoonish eye. So I hope I kind of got it. I think I did. Sorry for the bouncing again. Then I painted the cage. Chris had put it all, glued it all together, but I painted it. Tried to make it look like wood. So I used various craft paints like Chris would do, and washed it with blacks and lighter colors. I got Harufa in the cage. There's the skull. Poor Harufa. Again, Harufa's done all in craft paints. Okay, this whole thing was done in craft paints in the style of Chris Cortell. And there's the skeleton. Again, he's not white. He's kind of an off-white. The club for the Cyclops. And I didn't know where to put it. It's not really glued in. But I wasn't going to put it between his legs or anything. So, and if you don't believe me, back there I got all my Tester's paints behind his black stuff, and Tamiya paints and all this other. But these are the various craft paints I used. So now I get to clean off my desk, put them away, and start on the next project. So I hope Chris is looking down on me and he's happy with what I did with his Cyclops. I think it came out pretty good. This is the first model I have completed in 2023, and it's probably the first model I've completed in the last 4 or 5 years, probably. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope Chris is happy with me. Thanks for watching.